Save Game Review. Hi everyone, and welcome to today's video where I'm going to be reviewing some more times 15 of your save games. That's right everyone, back with our 15th, what I think is our 15th save game review, and I have some pretty cool games picked out for you guys to check out along with me today. This first campaign right here is a Norway to North Sea Empire campaign in 1750, and according to this description, it should be something we don't see too often. Of course, we're gonna see if it's something we don't see too often. Then right here for our second campaign, we have a Teutonic Order to Persia campaign in 1666 with some apparently insane militarily focused modifier stacking things. And then this final campaign for today is another Scandinavia campaign, but I chose it even though, you know, we already have one because they should be very, very different to each other. This one is in 1763 and the player started as Sweden, and they should be completely different, you know, focused campaigns, even though both of these are Scandinavia campaigns. So yeah, those are our save games for today, man. Like I said, the 15th one, you guys know I don't go in order, so definitely, you know, join the Discord and submit your own save games in the Save Games for Vid channel, and you might have a chance of your save games getting reviewed. So without further ado, let's jump into this first campaign right here, Norway, March 2nd, 1750 by Bolstad, and let's see what this player had to say. And Bolstad right here says, Norway to Scandinavia with a little twist following event chains that were introduced with Lions of the North. Wanted to do a chill semi-tall run, which kinda escalated. Ironman save. Alright, let's see how this run escalated, huh? Alright, here we are in our not so little North Sea Empire campaign, and boys, you know, the first thing I gotta check for this run, man, is we are Norse. That's right, baby. That's what I was hoping for when I read the description of this campaign. I didn't actually take a look if it was Norse before I, you know, opened it up to review it right here, and I'm very glad about that. All right, we'll get into the nit and grit pretty soon, but let's start off with what we usually do, taking a look at the borders right here, and honestly, I can say that they are looking pretty nice right here, man. Obviously focused on conquests up here in the north, and I can notice that we do have some colonies over in the New World, which may have you know, been bigger at some point, but right now they look like they might have lost some land. Of course, we'll look into that pretty soon right here. Going over into the coalition map mode, we can take a look at the proper borders of this country right here, and going over into the Diplo view, we can take a look at the subjects as well, and we can notice a bunch of subjects over here in Europe, man, and yeah, definitely quite a few colonial nations over in North America. We got the Caribbean, Brazil right here, very nice. Suderland as well, and yeah, the focus seems to be the New World. All right, going over into the Great Powers list, we are number 2 on the Great Powers list, just one less point of development than the Ottomans, man. If you clicked twice right here, you could have been the number 1 great power in the world. That's actually pretty funny right there. And also, we are a naval hegemon, not something we see too often with players choosing hegemons. You know, the economic or the military ones are the ones most commonly picked, but obviously for a run such as this, a naval hegemon would make sense. All right, going over into the country view right here, we can see Empress Regent, whatever, 613, not that bad right here, pretty old as well, decent air, and we got a 455 advisors running over here. You could definitely have them be 555 for sure, but nothing bad about this right here. Over into the government tab, obviously Norse primary culture. We'll get into the culture pretty soon as well, but I'm liking what I'm seeing quite a lot over here, along with some accepted and promoted cultures as well. Going over into the diplomacy tab, rivals are Russia, France, and let's just say Spain too, and allied to the Ottomans and Venice, so pretty strong allies as well. At least the Ottomans and Venice are no pushover either. And then we have the Caribbean as a colony, Brazil, Vinland, Norse Columbia, I guess that's that right there, Vesterland, which was, well, where was Vesterland? Ah, right there, this, pretty much the, you know, North American colony. And then we got Gustaviana, which was where was that? Right here. So that's sort of the Midwest. And then we have Suderland, which was right here. Very cool. And then we have Lithuania, Prussia, Brittany, Bohemia, Brandenburg, and Novgorod, all as marches. So interesting choice right there. You know, obviously a strong military focus in this campaign. Going over into the economy, making about 500 ducats plus a month. Very cool right there to see that. These are the expenses. Seems pretty standard right there. Missionaries converting things. We'll get into that pretty soon. Very nice income from trade. I'm satisfied with that. And we do have one gold mine, which should be, yeah, over here developed way more than 10, I think. Yeah, up to 17. So that's pretty cool right there. Tariffs, war apps, everything is looking nice right here. No inflation either. Going over into the trade department, making more than 50% from trade, which is always welcome in a late game campaign. That means the focus was as it should have been, and 45% goods produced, which is awesome as well. In the tech department, ahead of time in every single tech, 60 innovativeness. You could have had it up to 100 by now, but really no big deal. In the ideas department, we got influence defensive and Norse ideas, by the way, which are really strong. Influence defensive, religious, economic, all of these make sense to me based on what I'm seeing right now. Quality, maritime, and infrastructure. Honestly, you know, sort of weird and non-standard idea picks, but I can definitely see for what they're being used in this campaign, so I really don't have anything negative to say right here. Maybe I would have not gone with 2 admin idea groups in a row, but obviously it doesn't seem like it's a big deal according to the tech. Not really a lot to take a look at in the missions over here. Most of the mission tree completed, obviously very nice, and we do have some pretty nice policies over here. And let's see, do we have ones that should be active but aren't? This one is a decent one to activate if you're developing. Then this one will be pretty nice right here too. These other ones, the naval relay ones, aren't too useful, and you definitely want to activate these. So a little minus on not choosing other policies, but I guess you were maxing out for points right here. Under GovCap by quite a lot. Always excellent to see. 30% admin efficiency for not expanding that much. The admin efficiency max absolutism is -1. Listen, in a non-blobbing campaign, this isn't a problem, as funny as it seems. But yeah, going over into the religion tab, we can see that 94% religious unity Norse. The subjects don't have a lot of provinces left to convert, so everything is going according to plan right here as well. In the military department, pretty nice professionalism, really good combat ability in all departments right here. Excellent morale, pretty good discipline, and 40 combat width. Let's take a look at the armies right here. 40-20. Yeah, decent, you know, for AI gameplay, decent. 40, like 44-40 is what you would want to have them ideally, but you know, you can always fix that. So yeah, definitely bump up the cannons and the infantry a little bit. Pretty nice generals as well. Massive naval force limit above it as well, and massive land force limit as well. And let me just take a look at the fleets right now. So these are galley fleets over here located in Europe. And we have a bunch of light ships protecting trade and various trade nodes, looking very nice right there. In the subjects department, we do not have any what you call it, yeah, what were they called, the trade thingies, man? I'm completely blanking here, boys, but you know what I'm thinking about. Obviously all subjects loyal, making nice income from the colonies as well, and in the estates set up almost 100% crown land ownership with lots of privileges granted to the estates. Still, that's how you do it. If you don't play with absolutism, you max out the stuff on the estates. So everything is looking legit right there. So yeah, man, I'm liking what I'm seeing quite a lot as well. The rest of the world's map is looking pretty interesting as well. I am enjoying things right here. The HRE does not exist, so we can assume that it has been dismantled by the player, especially considering the fact that all of these guys right here are subjects. This is the religious map mode. So, you know, obviously all the subjects converted. The culture map mode, lots of Norse cultured provinces as well. Do we have any culture conversion going on right now? Yes, we do. So if we take a look at this, these are the orange ones that are being... Is Hamburg really called hamburger, but with this weird spelling in whatever language this is? That's honestly the funniest thing I've seen in a while. It's so funny that I'm not even laughing, dude. Hamburger. Alrighty then, but... yeah, obviously culture conversion going on. If this player isn't planning to, what you call it, to integrate these subjects, then obviously the focus on culture conversion would be here next. The Irish and English culture provinces, because they are an accepted culture and they are the right religion, which means culture conversion can be done over there as well if that's something you want to do at all. So things are looking really nice right there. Let's go over into the government reforms right now. The Norwegian monarchy, obviously, compromise with the nobility, so you don't want to have them too strong, I guess. Expanded royal court is okay-ish, but for the amount of subjects that you have, I would actually go with representatives of the crown. This is, of course, excellent. You do want to take that with Norse amphibious specialization, obviously, for the focus on the navy and stuff like that. Aristocratic court is great, meritocratic is great, economic theory is great, 6 books, l'état c'est moi, right to petition, all of them right there are excellent. The only one I don't agree with is expanded royal court, specifically for the subjects, just so you gain a little more bonuses from them. All right, going over in the development right here, let's take a look at the highest dev provinces in the world. So a bunch of them over here devved up above 40, which is really nice. A bunch of them devved up above 30 as well, plenty above 20, plenty above 10. So definitely some deving has been done. Almost no provinces, yeah, very few provinces under 10 development. I guess those are, the least valuable ones up here or something like that, but I'm liking the dev quite a lot as well. Going over into the buildings department, let's take a look at the marketplaces. So you can definitely put up some more marketplaces as well. Have they been upgraded? Some of them have or haven't. Yeah, yeah, you do need to put up some of these as well, and stock exchanges too. Let's take a look at courthouses everywhere, upgraded to town halls. Let's see the focus on navy buildings, since this is a naval heavy playthrough, so not too many sailor buildings. What about shipyards? Yeah, not too many shipyards either. Workshops, excellent. Have they been upgraded? Excellent. Temples, excellent. Have they been upgraded? Excellent. Right here, let's take a look at the manufactories. That's pretty good as well. So good job on the buildings. Just make sure to upgrade the ones that you haven't already, if you even want to. Now, we don't take a look at great projects here too often, but I am interested in some of these since there aren't that many. So that one has been bumped up, that one hasn't. This is pretty good for religious conversion, by the way, even if you don't need it. I got the Kronborg right here. So yeah, not a heavy focus on great projects. It's literally not that big of a deal. So yeah, I'm liking everything I've seen so far, man. I like the colonization as well. Little nitpicks here and there, but really nothing too much to take away, points on or anything like that. I'm liking the subjects as well, pretty late into the game. Where would this player expand next? I'm guessing, finish off the English channel trade node so you can keep an even bigger hold of that. 80% is really good, but you can definitely bump it up quite a lot. Obviously, France is already dying to Spain right here, so it would be pretty easy to take them down pretty soon. Or maybe you just got out of a war with France and you gotta wait for that a little bit. But yeah, I'm liking everything I've seen so far. Let's go ahead and check out the timeline right now. This player started as Norway, obviously. Let's go with this speed, so we can assume, there's an independence war with Denmark right here. Yeah, fighting Novgorod right there. Very cool. We can't really see the colonization too well in these, timeline thingies, as you know, but a little more expansion over here. There we go. We got Goatland right here. Maybe some nations over here are subjects. There we go. We got colonization starting already. As we can see, Sweden and Denmark might be junior partners at this point if the player went with that option, because I know that's an option as well. So, he might not have gone straight up conquest, but instead vassalization. Let's focus over here a little bit. So maybe Lubeck right here is a subject as well. They expanded quite a lot, or maybe no. Prussia could be a subject. There we go, expanding into Scotland. Leinster might be a subject right here based on, how they grew. Slow and steady colonization. There we go, Sweden and Denmark annexed. Turn into the North Sea Empire. I don't know at which point these guys become subjects. We can't really tell that in the timeline. There we go, more colonization up north, very slow and steady, as we can see over here. Expansion into Ireland, basically the subject getting annexed. Expansion into England, slight expansion over here in the HRE, which may still exist at this point, or actually, based on the expansion I'm seeing from nations over here, I don't think the HRE exists at this point. Right now, some of these guys might be subjects. Yeah, that's what I'm assuming. More pushing into England, Wales over there, as we can see. Colonial nations getting established in the New World. We got about 100 years left to go right here. There we go, more blobbing from some of these guys down here. Very cool what I'm seeing right now. Brazil, this may have been stolen from Portugal because it's a similar color to them. We got the Caribbean right here. Maybe they've been stolen from someone else as well. More expansion into England, just a couple of provinces left. Obviously, Prussia and those guys right here are already subjects, and I do think we should see a little bit more expansion over in this direction. Yeah, there we go, just a tiny little poke into Russia right here. And now maybe getting involved in the New World. There we go. There's actually Normandy right there conquered. And that's pretty much the timeline. Honestly, I like everything about this game, man. I don't think we've seen a Norse campaign so far, which was really cool to see. It's really, really hard to get this, especially in Iron Man. I don't know how many times you need to restart or anything like that and to get all the conditions fulfilled. But yeah, super, super nice North Sea Empire campaign with religious and culture conversion. Definitely roleplay aspects over here. Nice subjects, a decent colonization in the New World. I enjoyed this campaign quite a lot. So for what it is, I am going to give this campaign a 5 out of 5. Good job. let's move on with the next one. All right, let's move on with our second campaign of the day, this Teutonic Order to Persia campaign by Iraday _ on July 13th, 1666. Let's see what this player had to say about this campaign. So Iraday right here says, "Ahoy, this campaign I started as Teutons. Some say Prussia is best, others say Persia is best. I be like, why you lot be thinking so small? Check out my army quality in this campaign. I'm both Prussia and Persia. Theocracy, no GovCap reforms, no issues whatsoever. Currently in court and country, but when that's done, I'll give out all the needed privileges. I dare you to rate this lower than 10 out of 5. Pick latest reform for culture conversion. I'll flip back to morale soon." All right, it seems like this player knows what they're doing, so let's look if, this campaign really is as strong as this player claims it to be. Or if not, I'm going to give it a negative 10 out of 5. All right, here we are in our Iran Shah campaign, starting off as the Teutonic Order, and right off the bat, man, these borders are already looking insane. Such a nice color, though. But jumping straight away into the coalition map mode, we can definitely see that it is a little border gory, but you can definitely see where the focus lies, man. Starting off as the Teutons right here, expanding over here, and then just sort of, beelining over to Persia. Massive conquest over here with some, small provinces left over. Expansion into India and into Egypt as well. And that is what the campaign is looking like. Obviously, we're Zoroastrian. Pretty nice conversion as well. Actually, quite a lot of conversion. And going over into the cultures, we are Persian primary culture, by the way. But some culture conversion has been done over in these regions and stuff like that. We'll see what that's all about. But yeah, going over into the diplomat mode as well. Lots of subjects. Wow, I actually didn't expect to see this, man. Oh, we can see that this was a recent conquest, though, since it isn't cored up yet. But yeah, we can notice lots of subjects. We'll get into them pretty soon. All right, going over into the Great Powers list. Number 1 on the Great Powers list, 1,200 more dev than the next Great Power, Spain, which is an ally, by the way. No hegemons just yet, although you could become an economic hegemon. So there's a miss right there, but maybe this player is saving himself to become, a military hegemon. We'll see what that's all about. All right, going over to the country view right here, we got Moabadan, whatever, 653, pretty strong, level 5. Admin and Diplo Advisor is level 3 mil guy. This guy's really cheap, by the way, too, so that's interesting to see. Going over into the government tab, we can see right here we got the militarization mechanic, and then we got this Persian mechanic right there as well. So those are really cool right there. Theocratic Empire, by the way, Persian primary culture, and lots of cultures promoted and accepted. Tons of modifiers stacked, and almost to the max of what the absolutism allows. Moving over into the diplomacy tab, Russia, the Ottomans, and Great Britain are rivals. Makes sense if you take a look at it like that. And then we have Denmark as a vassal, all right. Hungary as a vassal, pretty big Hungary too. Magdeburg as a vassal. Thuringia, Genoa, Nogai, Chagatai, and Oirat. So I'm guessing a lot of these guys were diplo-vassalized and had their cores fed back to them or something like that. But yeah, it's looking really good, although that improved relations is not very nice because you don't have everything up, of course, but it's really not a big deal. Going over into the economy tab, making very nice income right here, 800 a month in the positive. That is so little from tax. How is that even possible? How is it possible to have 31 ducats income from tax and 662 from trade? Is there not a single church in this? Yeah, that's very strange to me, but obviously the income is super nice, man. But yeah, just so little from tax. I know it's irrelevant at this point in the game, but I've never seen it that low. Going over into the trade department, making about a 65% income from trade, which is quite a lot, honestly. No goods produced modifiers, which is actually pretty strange for 1666. Going over into the tech department, very nice innovativeness, ahead of time in every single tech. And in the ideas department, we got espionage quality, offensive, religious, divine. And now I saw you stick with the Prussian ideas, and if we're going for a military stacking campaign, these are all very nice, but I would expect to see defensive and quantity over here too, man. Maybe in lieu of, I don't know, espionage. I guess it has some nice policies, especially the, siege ability with divine and, yeah, the siege ability with divine, but yeah, I don't see the sense for espionage a lot. The siege, ability stacking with offensive is pretty good. Yeah, Okay, so the ideas are pretty good. In the missions department, we got the Persian ones, obviously. Some of them completed, some of them not, and not too big of a deal right there. And in the decisions and policies, I can see pretty good ones right here. Yeah, definitely go ahead and activate that as well. All right, in the stability and expansion, this player did say they are in important countries, so we're not even going to take a look at that. Coring up a bunch of provinces and half stated a lot of provinces too, as we can see right here, but still under GovCap, which is very, very nice. Ooh, I realized I didn't take a look at this in the previous campaign, man. My bad about that, but this is what the state view looks like in this department. Obviously, it's going to be wonky due to the culture shifting and stuff like that, but yeah, this is what that is looking like. All right, going over into the religion tab, we can see a lot of these Zoroastrian things activated, and also regarding Zoroastrian, all the holy sites right here are controlled and owned by Iran Shar, which is really, really nice, and all of these things are activated right here, so good job on that. Obviously, wait, no conversions going on right now, but you have 4 missionaries. Yeah, you should definitely get on top of this, man. I don't see why nothing is being converted, if I'm being honest. You're Defender of the Faith too. In the military department, we can see maxed out professionalism, and the combat ability, 40% for infantry, really strong, 12% for cav, 10% for cannons. I would have expected like 40, 20, 20, if I'm being honest right here. Very good morale, insane discipline, pretty nice army force limit and naval force limit as well. 34 combat width. Let me take a look at that. So many buildings are being constructed here, by the way. And yeah, let's take a look at the armies. So 23, 23. That's actually weird. Let me take a look at this. Yeah, I don't understand this army composition. In fact, I'm gonna say it's bad. That's pretty bad army composition for what you have with the modifiers, man. You want to have it like, shoot, you do have some cavalry combat ability, so I would even stay with horses right here. I would do it a 34-4. And at this point, yeah, 34-4, 34 is what I would do. Yeah, so I'm not a fan of the army composition, if I'm being honest. Going over into the subjects tab, lots of trade companies. I remembered their name as well. So Indochina, wait, where are you? Oh, that right there. Okay. So that's why I was confused. But yeah, lots of trade companies as well, obviously, in the non-stated portions right here. And the subjects are all loyal. Some of them are diverting trade. Very good right there. And in the estates department, obviously, this is going to look wonky due to the court and country stuff. But yeah, pretty nice crownland ownership. I guess you're focusing on absolutism a little bit more, so I'm not going to take away too many points right here. Nice privileges granted to the new estates as well. All right, man, pretty nice campaign, honestly. Some missteps here and there, you know, according to my playstyle. Pretty border-gory. I don't know about the ideas, I guess. I don't know. Yeah, I'm just not sold on espionage, man. I'm really not sold on espionage. That's what I'm going to say. And then you definitely want to activate one more policy right here. And what else was my nitpicks? Oh, yeah, converting the religion and stuff like that. You definitely want to do that too. All right, going over into the government reforms, we can see that we're a militaristic divine state. Does the Zoroastrian theocracy really not have an icon? Or is this just some mod bug that I'm experiencing? But yeah, really good right there. Mission of protection, very cool. Education of the court, embrace the concept of free will. This one's really strong as well. This one's pretty good. Divided aristocracy. I don't know about this one, but yeah, I guess it's pretty good. Curtail the burghers. Not sure if I'm sold on that. And expulsion of heathens. This player says took it for the culture conversion cause, but what is being converted though? Yeah, I'm not seeing any culture conversion going on, so I guess we'll see what that's all about, or maybe actually we won't. But yeah, I don't know, some weird stuff going on in this campaign, man. As fun as it looks, I'm not completely sold on it. Going over into the development, we can see that Berlin is no way. Oh, that's the cost. I keep doing that, dude. Yeah, going over right here. Yeah, okay. Berlin is at 53. Very strong dev, by the way. Nice dev right here on these two. A bunch of them above 20, but definitely a lack of focus on deving, which really isn't the point in a campaign like this, so it's not a big deal. Moving over into the buildings department, marketplaces built up. They definitely can be built up in a lot more provinces. Trade depots, okay, and then these, yeah, okay, so you definitely can upgrade some. Courthouses present almost everywhere. Very, very nice right there. Going over into the workshops. Most of the relevant ones have been built, or in fact, all of them have been built, so good job on that. Churches, yeah, definitely no churches in this campaign, man. And yeah, that explains the whole tax thing right there. Manufactories, a bunch of manufactories as well, so good job on that. So obviously, a lack of focus on that. That's not really a negative, but it maybe could have helped you out in the early portion of the game. And I think that's everything that we needed to take a look at. All right, going over into the timeline right here, obviously starting off as the Teutons. Let's see how this expansion goes right into the, what you call it, in Brandenburg right here. There we go. Early expansion in Poland and Lithuania, man, beelining it to Persia almost immediately, I guess. There we go, through the Great Horde, while simultaneously expanding over here already in Persia, by the way. Very, very nice, very rapid right there, pushing into Ajam. Lucky that the Timurids blew up right here. More expansion over in Europe. There we go, some more expansion in Poland too right here. Now this player formed Poland. Interesting, I didn't know that actually happened. Now we're Persia, and now we're Iran Shah. Alrighty then. And I guess now we're about to experience, yeah, rapid expansion over here in Persia. Lithuania is border gory now. I don't know what's the deal with this, if I'm being honest. More expansion into some of these guys right here. There we go. Over here we can see some wars. I don't know what happened with that nation right there. There we go. More expansion over here. In Europe as well. There we go, pushing down over here into Hormuz, fighting the Ottomans, maybe gonna steal Hungary as their subject, annex Lithuania, pushing into maybe Russia right here. Some of these guys may be subjects at this point, because we do know the player did have subjects, fighting Russia up here, pushing into Scandinavia as well. Finally into India, more into the Ottomans right here, and we're nearing our end date right here. Expansion in the Gujarat region, and then our final war with the Ottomans right here, and another one. And that's where this campaign leaves off. So a very wacky and zany and kooky and goofy campaign, man. I really love it when players do different things like this, you know, stuff that you don't normally see. But you know, as much as you were bragging about this campaign, man, there are some things that I'm not too much of a fan of that you seem to have neglected. And boys, obviously, you know, I review this, man. This is subjective. It's according to me. I'm not reviewing this in the best optimal gameplay scenario. These reviews are all according to my taste, right? You could do a perfect world conquest, and I could still give it a 1 because, you know, it's according to my taste. So yeah, very cool campaign, man. But yeah, boys, sorry, I'm not sold on a 10 out of 5. I'm not even sold on a 5 out of 5. So that's why this campaign, man, for me, you know, it's a 4 out of 5. Let's move on with the next one. All right, let's jump into our final campaign of the day. This Sweden to Scandinavia HRE Vibes campaign by Solmir on December 23rd, 1763. Like I said at the start of the video, even though we got 2 technically Scandinavia campaigns today, they should be really, really different from each other. So that's why I still ended up choosing this one. Let's see what this player had to say about this campaign as I look for my screenshot right here. And Solmer says, started as Sweden into Scandinavia. My goal, as usually, is to complete the country's mission tree, which I did. Good job. Had a very tense and prolonged League War leading the Protestants against HRE Austria. My major allies were the Ottomans and Bohemia, and Austria had Spain, Portugal, and Great Britain. Worth mentioning that in this game, AI England dismantled and annexed most of France by the early 1500s, so it was essentially Angevin Empire and Great Britain all in one. Anyway, after 20 years of grinding down across Europe and finally launching a naval invasion of Britain, I won and established Protestantism as the official HRE religion. Shortly thereafter, I claimed Bohemia's throne and took the emperorship from them. After that, it was lots of expanding the HRE. The save above is basically when I'm ready to press renovate the empire. Hint, Scandinavian traditions and ambitions are way better than HRE ones. Right, well, thank you for that lengthy explanation, to say the least. Let's jump into the campaign. All right, here we are in our Scandinavia campaign, and right off the bat, man, the first thing I can notice is the absolute border gore pretty much everywhere around the world. Jumping into Europe first here, Ottomans completely dismantled, lots of Balkan guys here being released, some of them may be subjects, we'll take a look at that. We got Provence in Italy, France is back over here, so I wonder if Great Britain conquered this or just dismantled it. Like you said, maybe you gave this back to these guys later on, but I think France is actually part of the HRE. We got stuff with Spain going on over here. Mexico is in... All right. I'm not even gonna take a look at any more We got provinces up here too. Going into the coalition map mode, these are the borders of Scandinavia proper, so to say. So lots of expansion into the former Polish and Lithuanian lands. Obviously, Bohemia was a junior partner. A little bit of expansion here, a little bit in Italy, Constantinople, Iceland, Greenland, provinces in Africa too, snaking all the way through Russia right here to end up on the Pacific coast. Expansion in Indonesia as well. Very, very weird, dude. But yeah, like this player said, they were ready to press the renovate the empire button. So let's see how that looks like. And almost all of Europe is in the HRE. Switzerland isn't, Venice isn't, Austria isn't, and Hungary isn't. I'm guessing these guys are too big to force in right now, but of course you could do that later on. Let's see. Yeah, New World subjects as well. Vinland we got right here. Norwegian, Caribbean, stuff over here that is probably trade companies, and over here as well. And yeah, that's pretty much what the start of the game is looking like. Going over into the great powers list, number 1 on the great powers list, way more than the next greatest power, which is Portugal. Mexico is up here too, along with Mutapa and Wu. Interesting. Economic hegemon as well. And let's go into the country view. We got Emperor Johann V Vasa right here, still the same dynasty, very cool to see. Level 5, 3, and 4 advisors. This level 3 guy is very cheap, so you could upgrade them as well. Government right here, let's see, Swedish primary culture, lots of cultures promoted and accepted as well. In the diplomacy screen, we can see, oh, that lag. I'm getting 7 FPS right now. Paused, boys. This is insane. I can't even move the map, dude. Look, oh my god. All right, allied to Brandenburg and Milan, and obviously the entire HRE are subjects. Vinland, Scandinavian West Indies, and Louisiana are crown colonies. Then we got Geneva as a client state right here. Interesting. And yeah, I gotta get out of this screen, boys. Sorry to say. In the economy department, there we go, back as it should be. Making a ton of income, as we can see, plus 720 ducats in the positive. Lots of income from vassals, a very nice income from gold as well. Even though all of the gold mines are devved up, you don't really need it. Excellent income from production with the land you own, basically the type of land that you own and where it's located. It is expected in this sort of playthrough to, yes, have a more production income than trade, so we're chilling on that front right there, even doing some colonization, as we can see. Yeah, this is expected. Only 30% income from trade, but based on what you have, it's all right. 95% goods produced, really strong right there. Good job on that. Ahead of time in every single tech. 100 innovativeness, and when innovative quality quantity expansion. Now obviously all of these picks right here are, you know, to stack, you know, the Swedish space marines or whatnot. Then we got diplo court offensive economics. So yeah, I would probably pick up another mill idea group here instead of some other one. I would throw in defensive here as well, especially if you're going for a military heavy playthrough as Sweden. But you know, the Scandinavian ideas are really nice, man. Really nice manpower, sorry, not manpower, army modifiers over here. So super strong on that. This player did say they completed the mission tree, so no need to take a look at it. Nice decisions and policies activated. Obviously, Sweden has the ability for 4 of these instead of 3. And definitely you could get some other ones if you want to, but it's not really necessary. Over here under GovCap, very nice to see 67% admin efficiency, 120 max absolutism, and 120 absolutism as well. So we'll see if you're missing out on some estate privileges right here. Going over into the religion, obviously Protestant. Let's take a look at the religion map. Almost all of Europe is Protestant. We can see that conversions are going on right now. Only 2 missionaries, so yeah, but yeah, still conversions are going on. Got these things activated right here. Tier 5 Defender of the Faith. In the military department, 45% combat ability for the infantry, 10, 15 for galleys, 100 army professionalism, 7.76 morale of armies, pretty strong, 125% discipline, and an absolutely massive force limit that comes mainly from the vassals over here in this department. 40 combat with perfect army composition almost, so nothing bad to say about that. Excellent generals as well. In the subjects department, what do you want me to take a look at here? Let's see if we have some what you call it, trade companies. I know we do, but let's see where they are. Okay, so yeah, they're pretty much over here, man. And stuff over here has been trade companied as well. Yeah, we can see that pretty much everything not in Europe is trade companied, which is definitely a valid strategy as well. And in the estates, these guys do actually still have privileges, 100% crown ownership. So with these guys having the privileges and you still being above 100 max absolutism, excellent stuff right there, man. I'm liking that quite a lot. All right, taking a look at the HRE really quickly. There's really no need to do this since the player did already say they're almost ready to click this. You know, you could form the HRE or whatever. You could stay Scandinavia or whatever. It's totally up to you, but that's how you do it, man. That's how you do it. Nothing bad to say about that. Obviously, the, you know, Protestant is the official faith, won the religious league war, did the Scandinavian mission tree. So the only thing I'm not really understanding about this campaign is, sure, I guess, you know, you did want to do some colonization for the, you know, for the mission tree and stuff like that, but yeah, I don't really get the expanding over here part. I feel like that's a little bit useless, you know, but aside from that, everything is looking pretty good, man, and I am pretty satisfied with the way this playthrough is looking like, even though there is some nations you do need to put into the HRE as well. Going into the government reforms, autocracy, noble officer corps, not something you see too often, honestly, but it's pretty good for the yearly army tradition, I guess. Expand a royal court, once again, a misstep right there, man. You gotta go representatives of the crown with these vassals, man. You have to. Head of the Reformed Church is good. This 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 is good. So yeah, all of them excellent picks except for this one. Come on. When you're playing so heavily with vassals, you gotta go for everything that gives you bonuses to those types of things, you know, and this would help out quite a lot, man. They would become more powerful themselves while also contributing more to you. That 25% increased national tax for them is absolutely insane. And the plus 25% vassal force limit contribution for you would also once again be absolutely insane. But good job on the army composition once again. Nice fleets right here as well, some protecting trade, and the main battle fleet right here, heavies, galleys, and transports. I like that quite a lot. Let's take a look at the culture real quick. Some culture conversion seems to have been done. I guess when you were stacked on diplo points, nothing really too relevant to take a look at right here. Going over into the development tab, we can see Stockholm at 60, lots of other provinces above 40. Quite a lot above 30, many above 20 as well. Yeah, not too much of a focus on dev, even though we have some decent dev provinces, if I'm being honest, man. Yeah, so many are above 10 actually, so yeah, good job on that. In the buildings department, we can see the marketplaces right here. You can still put down quite a bit more actually. Yeah, these two, so definitely focus on that a little bit. Town halls built literally everywhere. Workshops, excellent. Have they been upgraded? Yeah, decently. Churches, not too much of a focus on churches, so yeah. You definitely want to, this is more relating to the early game, not now specifically. Now, obviously, it's not a problem, but man, these are going to be some of your main sources of income since Scandinavia isn't that rich at the start of the game. So you definitely should have put down churches at the start, depending on, of course, on how your money situation was looking like. And then a bunch of manufactories as well. I'm liking everything I'm seeing over here too. So very, very nice playthrough, man. Really, I don't have anything negative to say. The only negative thing I can think of is not taking representatives of the crown. Everything else is looking really good. Yeah, let's go ahead and jump into the timeline right here. Obviously, starting off as Sweden, we got about 300 years left to go here. Obviously, taking that from Denmark in the First War, expanding over here in Novgorod, Muscovy, and stuff like that. Some tiny skirmishes over here in this region. Let's see. Ooh, Lubeck and Riga have been conquered. That's very cool. Norway and Denmark at this point might be junior partners. We don't know. We can't tell, but we did see some expansion over here in Denmark. More pushing into Muscovy right here. Even gotten Moscow itself, so that's very nice right there. Denmark got eaten up, so they definitely weren't a junior partner, although I am thinking Norway definitely is a junior partner. We can definitely see Great Britain and Spain eating up France, so that's definitely something that happened, as this player said. No expansion that I can notice right now, maybe a slight focus on colonization or something like that. There we go. Muscovy sort of blew up. Norway annexed. Danzig over here could be a subject. There's Scandinavia formed, since Danzig is so big. That's why I'm assuming they could be a subject. More expanding into the Commonwealth right here. This is sort of the main area that the player himself expanded into. I can't notice the War of the Protestant League right now. I don't know how we would notice it, but Saluzzo got Burgundy, interestingly enough. More expansion into Poland over here, or Danzig, or whatever it was. These guys should be subjects, some of them right here. Yeah, there we go. There we go. More nations being released in the HRE, I guess. Transylvania, Nitra, Silly, being big right there. Very cool. So there we go. Britain is starting to lose some things over in France. So by this point, you know, this player may already be the HRE emperor. So, you know, forcing nations to pop nations out, so you can then in turn force them into the HRE. That is what it's looking like. So slow expansion over here. Obviously, a huge focus on the Diplo game, maybe growing subjects as well and stuff like that. And let's see how soon this player will push over to the Pacific coast. Sort of expansion in Europe has sort of stopped. Really nowhere to go. Mainly once again focusing on subjects and not on Scandinavia itself. More expansion over here. There we go. I'm guessing this was done through colonization, actually, not through conquest. We're at the Pacific coast, and yeah, more feeding subjects over here, and we're about to reach our end date, which we have. Very cool playthrough, man. Very cool playthrough. I do like seeing HRE campaigns quite a lot. HRE Emperor campaigns where you revoke the privilege, especially with a non-traditional HRE Emperor. Some of the, you know, traditional HRE Emperors I would call are maybe Austria, Bavaria, Bohemia, someone like that. Maybe France and Burgundy could be up there too, except in a lower tier. But yeah, definitely enjoyed this Scandinavian playthrough quite a lot. The only thing I can really complain about is the borders a little bit, and then this not taking representatives of the crown, even though maybe I'm hung up on this too much and it's not that relevant. But still, I did like this campaign quite a lot, and that's why I'm gonna give it a 5 out of 5. And that was our final campaign of the day. But yeah, there you have it, man. Those were our 3 campaigns for today. All of them super, super fun. As always, I have a lot of fun reviewing these, and I think you guys have a ton of fun watching them. As always, you know, join the Discord, post your save games in the Save Games for Vid channel, and you'll have a chance at your save game getting reviewed. Obviously, you know, write a little 1-sentence description or whatnot. And yeah, those were our save games for today. Make sure to drop them in the Discord. And I'll see you guys next time with 3 more save games to review. You know, the new update right here is dropping pretty soon. The release date was announced just yesterday for me. I don't know when this video is coming out, but you guys will know the release date by now. And I'm excited to, you know, refresh the save games batch once the new update drops. And I'll only be accepting 1.37 save games from then on. But yeah, if you enjoyed this video, don't hesitate to leave a like. It really helps out a lot. And if you like the content and want to see more videos like this, make sure to hit that subscribe button so you don't miss out on any of them. And you can become a member today and join the Discord. The link is in the description. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time with another EU4 video.